All right, well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the February 9th edition of Coffee and Conversation with the Greater Miami Convention and Visitors Bureau. My name is Ali Vivo, and I'm the Senior Director of Partnership and Events and Business Development and some other things along the way, too. It's totally a pleasure to be here with you this morning, feeling good, got my cool weather clothes on, and I'm looking forward to some great events coming up later this month. We've got two great partners to share updates and presentations on their respective businesses. But before we jump right in, I just wanted to go over a few housekeeping tips and, of course, share some news from the GMCVB. So definitely use the chat. It's your friend. You can share any updates, your contact information, anything coming up that you'd like to highlight. This is a great opportunity to network with your peers and make some new connections. Also, if you have questions for our presenters today or for any of our staff, feel free to shoot me a direct message or share it on the chat, and we will get to the questions at the end and make sure that we answer all the questions that we have. And if we can't answer them on the spot, we'll follow up with you. Also, since we are recording this, you'll be able to share and take a look back at it later. It'll be on our events page. And also, our presenters have your information. If you would like to receive the presentations afterwards, we're happy to share them. Also look at the chat for some links that I'll be sharing about some things that we have coming up, including health and wellness months. So it's apropos that we have one of our new medical partners, CoreMed, Derek Miles, the CEO, will be presenting shortly. I do want to bring attention to the health and wellness months because it is a free program for partners to have visibility through and increase your visibility throughout our platforms in the Miami Temptations program. So if you do have a health and wellness component or an event or an offering happening during February and March, it's a great way to, again, get more eyeballs on your product and grow your business. We're also just now soliciting for Attractions and Museums Month, our next Miami Temptations program that runs April and May. So if you fall into those categories, definitely reach out to me or to Laura at GMCVB. Again, I'll share the links in the chat shortly. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to our first presenter, a new partner and a new friend, a peer fan. Thank you very much. Mr. Derek Miles with CoreMed CEO. Thank you so much for your time today and for joining us.
Hey, Ali, thanks so much. And it's a pleasure for you guys to have us today. Really honored to be here. I want to make sure you can see my screen. Give me a second here. All righty, almost ready. Can you see my screen?
Yep, you're good to go.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, you're good to go, Derek.
It's a go. Wonderful.
Here we go.
So, Derek Miles, founder, CEO of CoreMed. In one sentence, CoreMed is a concierge health and wellness solution providing an end-to-end concierge healthcare experience. But what I really want to share today is that there's one call that does it all for CoreMed. When we think about CoreMed, I think one of the things I want people to know is that we were recruited to Miami Beach by the city of Miami Beach to actually have a job creation incentive program where they're looking to bring in high-tech companies to increase the wages on the city of Miami Beach. So yes, we're a concierge health and wellness company, but at the end of the day, it's our technology that does the lion's share of the work. So we're going to be recruiting high-end individuals like regional executives that will have a potential to make $100,000, software engineers, again, $100,000. And what I'm really excited about, we've been having a bunch of conversations with concierges, local concierges, about working for CoreMed and becoming a healthcare concierge so that we can grow our platform throughout America and throughout the world, but the foundation will be in the city of Miami Beach. When we launched this company in 2018, we were a totally different company, but who we are today was actually started in Miami Beach. So a little bit about me before we go into the meat and potatoes, why one call does it all for the concierge healthcare and wellness solutions in Greater Miami Beach. So again, I'm the CoreMed founder and CEO. I am not a foreigner to the state of Florida. I was born and raised in Tampa Bay, home of the 2021 Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We didn't make it happen this year, too many injuries, but we'll be back. I went to undergrad at Bethune-Cookman University in Daytona Beach. You see the helmet for the University of Miami. I'm not going to tell you the date, but I was recruited to the University of Miami to become a physician. So I spent the entire summer at Mahoney Hall, jumped on the Metro Rail, went downtown to the School of Medicine, took the first year coursework of a physician. Just decided that I wasn't a physician type. I was more of a business guy. So after I finished undergrad, I went to do some postgraduate studies at the University of South Florida because as a pre-med major, I just didn't have the business courses to jump right into an MBA. Once I finished the top program in health administration, I actually came back home to work for the University of Florida at Shands Healthcare. Spent about 4 years at Shands, working in Gainesville and Jacksonville, and became a hospital executive at the tender age of 29. By the time I turned 31, I got my first CEO role. That scared me to death. But by the time I turned 37, 38, I realized that healthcare was moving a little bit too slow, my innovative juices, and I decided to become an entrepreneur. But let me tell you what CoreMed is and how CoreMed can help Greater Miami to make sure that we're continually bringing people in to the area and providing an experience, not only an experience with hospitality, but an experience with healthcare. So our definition is that we're an innovative healthcare company providing patients with convenient access to health and wellness solutions in the comfort of their home, condo, corporate office, luxury hotels like the Edition today, but we want to do more, and on the go and cruise lines, boats, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. What makes us different from anyone else, I believe, is the fact that our team, our board, myself, has worked in healthcare for many, many years. So we know where all the bones are buried. And to create an end-to-end concierge experience, you actually need teamwork. So today we partner with physicians, we partner with nurses, we partner with pharmacies, we partner with labs. Independently, those professionals could not provide an end-to-end concierge healthcare experience. So by working with CoreMed, you need, if you wanted to have a physician to do a telehealth visit, you just go into our portal and you select that you need a telehealth visit. And through the partnership that we have with physicians, a physician can pop up and have a conversation with you. Same thing with nurses and pharmacies. So if you need a prescription, you don't have to jump in your car and go to the CVS. We'll bring it to you where you are. So I'm a guy that like to tell stories, and I'll tell you a story. For me, when I was a healthcare executive, so much pressure that I used to get these migraine headaches. And I don't know about you, if you have a migraine headache, you don't want to wait next day to receive relief. You want relief that same day. So within our platform, we have built it so if a person is in some type of distress, that they can get that service to them same day. What is really popular right now is because what's happening in our world is COVID-19. So we start with COVID-19 testing. It can be at a luxury hotel, it can be at your office, it can be at your home. The difference with ours, again, we come to you. You don't have to wait in the line 4 and 5 hours, and you don't have to wait 48 or 72 hours for your results. Our results can be back to you in as short as 1 hour. For the individuals who have not been vaccinated, through our partnership with pharmacies, we can bring them the J&J vaccine, Pfizer, Moderna vaccine in the comfort of their home. And lastly, one of the, I would say, most effective therapies is unfortunate that we just don't have the supply that I think we should have, but monoclonal antibodies. So if someone were to contact COVID-19 or come into, I would say, close proximity with someone who had COVID-19, we have provided a number of monoclonal antibodies there in South Florida. And it's our hope, once we get our supply numbers back up, that we can save more and more lives with the monoclonal antibody therapeutics. We also offer nutritional medical infusion therapies. Prior to us getting accepted from the state in our state license and the city of Miami Beach actually bringing us on to provide our service, I had one of my friends come to the hotel, and he's younger than me. He goes out and he has a wonderful time. I think the name of the club is 11 or something like that. He had too much fun and he has a hangover, right? We do have the ability through our partnership with pharmacists and nurses that could have come to the hotel if we had been approved at that time to give him relief. And then within an hour, he could have been back on the beach having a really good time. We launched the company in 2018. So in 2018, we started with vitamins, supplements, and prescriptions and medical supplies. I mentioned before, the B in our bonnet is we prefer to provide same day relief to your guests, to your tourists. The only time that we would do something next day is if they call like really, really late, and then the staff has gone, people are people that have to go home to their own families. Outside of that, anything that comes in prior to 3 p.m., we live in America. People pay for something they want their service immediately, and that's the mindset that we have. I mentioned before that we work with licensed medical professionals, physicians, nurses, pharmacies, laboratories to be able to work collectively together to give you this end-to-end concierge experience. Since 2018, we have 99.5% of our reviews are 5-star. And that's one of the reasons why we decided that we would go outside of just regular prescription delivery and provide that end-to-end experience where one call does it all, because we really learned how to provide that, I'll say, that experience that encourages people. Lastly, on this page, we're a mission-driven organization with a purpose. Most people, when they look at the word CoreMed, they think that we're a courier company, Courier Med. That is not the case. When you look at the word encouragement, in the middle of the word encouragement are the letters C-O-U-R. And that's what we stand for at CoreMed. We're in the encouraging people business. So one of the things that really broke my heart a couple of weeks ago was when this former Miss USA, Miss America pageant winner decided that she was going to take her life by jumping off a 60-story building. I know what it's like to be at that place when she was about to make that decision, but I've had people in my life when I've gotten that low who've encouraged me. So what we do within CoreMed is we send out thousands of messages every day just to be that word of encouragement to people, because people do not tell you the areas where they need to be encouraged. So every time we do a prescription delivery, on the outside of the delivery label is a word that says be encouraged. Every week we pay our drivers through Zelle. At the bottom of the Zelle payment, it has the word or the phrase be encouraged. We just put together these nice boxes for our CoreMed Elite platform that says welcome to CoreMed. If you turn that box over at the bottom, it says be encouraged. So yes, we're a health tech company. Yes, we provide this concierge experience. Yes, we're one call does it all. But at the end of the day, we're an encouraging people business. I want to take you through some brief milestones that will show you how we've moved as a corporation from just being a prescription delivery company. We launched in 2018 at the headquarters of Vizient. Vizient is the nation's largest group purchasing organization. By June, we had done our 10,000th delivery with the partnership with a company called McKesson. In February of the next year, Microsoft heard about us. They brought us into their Microsoft for Starters program. In October, we got an investment from Google, which is paying off huge dividends for us today. In 2021, we did our first COVID-19 vaccine delivery. By May of 2021, with the help of Amazon, we started doing monoclonal antibodies. And in June, we got an investment from Microsoft. We're the first company that Microsoft invested in for their small business initiative. In November of 2021, we actually launched CoreMed at the Edition Hotel. In December, we started doing CoreMed visits with telehealth with our docs. November, I forgot to mention, we actually did an international monoclonal antibody delivery to Cancun, Mexico. So that's the benefit of having a partner like Microsoft. Microsoft is one of only 4 corporations that has a presence in every country in the world. So whenever we think of going to any company to grow our platform, we already have the benefit of our partner being already on the ground to help us move a lot quicker. More recent developments is that the fact that we recently started at the Edition doing COVID-19 testing. I think we had 3 different groups, one from Australia, one from Israel, and I think the last one was from Italy. They were staying at the Edition. They were able to get their COVID-19 testing done at the penthouse. What a wonderful environment to do that. And then they were able to jump on their plane because they got the results so quickly. A couple last things is that our software is available in the marketplace. Say for instance, someone makes a decision they don't want to work collaboratively with CoreMed. They say, I just want to have access to your software that gives me the opportunity to provide this concierge delivery experience with healthcare. We can white label the software and they can do it themselves, and we get paid what you call a software as a service fee. And that's basically what I want to talk about. I really wanted you to see the progression of our firm, starting from just prescription delivery to becoming an end-to-end concierge healthcare company where one call does it all. For us, it's been the partnerships that has helped us become the company that we are today. The benefit for you, though, is that your patients, your tourists, your guests get the benefits from those partnerships with their healthcare now. It was Google who started off as a search engine, a much different company today. And it was Google who actually allowed us to get into the IV infusion business. Microsoft started off as a, I would say, enterprise software company, but it was the idea of Microsoft for us to do vaccines. Amazon started off as an online bookstore, but through our conversations with Amazon was a company who pushed us to say, you guys can do monoclonal antibodies. So the benefit of us having those huge companies with trillion-dollar market caps behind us who have provided, non-dilutive capital, grants like from the city of Miami Beach, is that your patients, your guests, your tourists get to have this end-to-end concierge experience based on the partnerships that we already have in place. So here's our goals, and I'll finish with this. So what we really want to be able to do is to be able to add on to the fact that there's a number of people already coming to Greater Miami for vacations, for different conferences where they're using convention centers. We want to be that additional, I would say, value added that they don't have to worry about. If anything healthcare related, again, one call does it all. You call CoreMed, you get in contact with a physician, nurse, pharmacy, laboratory, you can get it all done. So at the end of the day, what we're providing is an alternative to 7-minute medicine. So as a former healthcare executive and as a person who used insurance for many years, I was never encouraged by the fact that I would go and see a doctor and be rushed out between 7 and 15 minutes. Because when you're dealing with insurance, those doctors are incentivized to see as many patients as they can within an hour. But that's totally different than what you have with CoreMed. So we work with concierge physicians, we work with direct primary care physicians. And typically when you work with those type of physicians, they see their patients for an hour, totally different experience. Let's talk about prescriptions. So instead of waiting for something to be delivered next day or over the weekend or paying for the delivery, we have partnered with pharmacies that will do same day delivery. And instead of trying to deliver all over Greater Miami, we utilize a model based on community pharmacy. So we partnered them with the closest community pharmacy to your hotel, to your convention center, so that if anything needs to be delivered, it can be delivered really, really quickly. So there's a couple more things here. I can talk all day because I am so into this model. I'm passionate about providing an additional type of healthcare. We want to be that added value here in Greater Miami. So if you're a convention and you want to make sure that the attendees have COVID-19 testing prior to COVID, can do that. Someone gets sick in your hotel at the late parts of the night, you can call one number and everything can be addressed through CoreMed. So that is the time that I want to share with you today. And I would like to open up the field for any questions that you may have.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Derek. I am going to ask to hold questions to the end because I know we do have some questions that have come up and I definitely want to get to them. But until we complete both presentations, we'll hold the questions so that we can make sure to cover both presentations. All right, so thanks again, Derek. That was awesome. Learned a lot and look forward to getting to the questions also. So we'll, at this point, go ahead and transition over to our partners with Marriott. We have Stephanie Barnes. Let me just change the spotlight. Stephanie Barnes is the area sales leader for a number of the Marriott properties and is excited with me to showcase the brand new location right around the corner here from our office. I've been driving by it almost every day. It's beautiful. Congratulations, Stephanie. Take it away.
Good morning. Thank you, Allie, and everyone who's joined us. And Derek, thank you for that. That's very interesting. And hopefully some of our hotels will be able to partner with you. I'm excited to share with you the two newest members of our Marriott family here in Brickell. We There are two of our lifestyle brands, the AC and the Element, adding 264 rooms available in the Brickell market. But first, I want to introduce you to our team. Our two properties are led by Eyal Goldberger. He has 17 years of experience with Marriott, but you might know him more recently from his role as the GM at Hyatt Centric South Beach, or where he just joined us from the Hyatt Centric Las Olas that he opened during the pandemic. But the two that you really need to know is Jessica McKenzie, our hotel sales executive, and Alara Collins, our hotel catering sales manager for local corporate and social catering. These are two of the 8 properties I oversee for Marriott, from Sunny Isles down to Coconut Grove. I am pressing the wrong arrow button. I apologize. Allie, this is what I was going to have you drive. In case you're not familiar with our location, we're located on Southwest 8th Street, only 3 blocks off of 95. 22-story building. Our first 2 floors will be retail. Those are still in process. Then our lobby is located on our 6th floor for both of the properties. We have our 7th floor is all meeting space. The Element is what I call the south side of the building, and the AC, the north side. And then on the 22nd floor, we have our fitness center. We have the rooftop bar. And just to get you a little more familiar there, you see the Metro Mover there in front of the hotel, the Miami River, and then Brickell City Center is just right out of view there. Our AC hotel is located here on the north side of the building. AC is the perfectly precise hotel, one with intuitive design that obsesses over the details so you never have to. A hotel that strikes the perfect balance between everything you need and nothing you don't. Every moment has been designed, refined, and crafted and considered to create a comfortable, elegant, unobtrusive experience so you can maximize your enjoyment and efficiency. Our goal is to remove the friction of travel to create a seamless, intuitive experience. Since AC's founding, the brand has gone beyond conventional format to create experiences that strike the perfect balance so guests have what they want and the services they need. At AC Hotels, we overthink your stay so you never have to. Our AC Miami Brickell has 156 rooms split between king and queen rooms. In our AC kitchen, you can enjoy a European style breakfast, which every day we have fresh baked imported French croissant and fresh cut prosciutto. In the evening, at our AC lounge, you can sip one of our cocktails on tap or one of our well-known gin cocktails while taking in the views of Miami River. The hotel offers hydration stations throughout the hotel. We also offer an amenity fee, which includes a 2-hour bike rental, a daily yoga class, a daily food and beverage credit of $25. We have a Tesla SUV house car that offers complimentary transportation within a 1-mile radius of the hotel and enhanced Wi-Fi. Our rooms have been designed to maximize openness and minimize clutter by placing outlets precisely where you want them. Our king rooms, here you'll see our king room, as well as the desk space. Very minimalistic, but just has everything that you need. This is one of our queen rooms. All of our rooms on the AC side have flat screen TV, of course, our Marriott bed, which if you've ever stayed in one, you know it's a dream. In-room coffee and a mini fridge. I'm excited to welcome the Element Hotel into my portfolio of hotels. The Element is on the south side of the building, overlooking our beautiful rooftop pool. Element believes everyone deserves to be well, no matter who they are, where they come from, or how long they're away from home. This is why we offer seamless and intuitive wellness built in from the start. A natural modern aesthetic is reimage for the longer stay. Well-designed, thoughtfully, simplicity is paired with an optimistic feel, making the spaces feel alive. Streamlined furnishings reference both nature and a Nordic design. You'll see here on the left, our lobby, casual, open, and laid back. Our bright lobby invites everyone to find their own space in a sun-filled room where natural light streams in through our impressive floor-to-ceiling windows. Pick a spot to work, play, or unwind, and enjoy comfortable seating, free Wi-Fi, plus the privacy of quiet nooks. At Element Miami Brickell, you can wake up each morning with a complimentary healthy Rise breakfast or visit our Restore pantry for nutritious snacks, treats, beverages, or ready-to-go meals. This hotel has 108 rooms. If you're not familiar with the Element brand, I like to call it it's like a spa version of a Residence Inn brand. It is an extended stay brand, but a little more on the brand. Element was the first hotel brand to mandate a green certification. The brand uses sustainable practices and is green from the ground up. I also want to mention that in our valet, we do also offer electric vehicle charging stations. This hotel also has an amenity fee. It's $20. It also includes the 2-hour bike rental, a daily yoga class, food and beverage credit of $20, and the Tesla house car, including the 1-mile radius. Here you'll see our Studio Kings, a space to live your life. Each suite has signature Weston Heavenly bed, fully equipped kitchens, flat screen TVs, and oversized closets. Our kitchens include a microwave, 2-burner cooktop, a dishwasher, sink, and a refrigerator. And I would be remiss if I did not mention our hotel's spa-inspired bathrooms. On the left is our Studio Queen room, and on the right is a picture of the Queen with a pull-out sofa. So adding additional sleeping availability. And those rooms as well have the previously mentioned fully equipped kitchen. One of the most exciting and unique aspects of the Element Hotel is the Studio Commons Suite, a new concept for hotels that is bringing a living room in that is grouped with 3 bedrooms. This room configuration is ideal for business or leisure travel. The hotel has 2 studio commons. They are perfect for an intimate corporate brainstorming meeting, a wedding party, or a family getaway. These are very unique. You'll see in the picture that there is a full oven, as well as the communal island, so that you could really, you could cook a full meal. The kitchens come equipped with pots, pans. We have all the plates there for you. So there's really everything you could need. And you'll see in this back door here, that's one of the rooms that's off of the Studio Commons. And there's 2 additional. One is a room with 2 queen beds and the other is a king room. Discover 5,000 square feet of contemporary chic meeting space across the connected hotels. So this is shared meeting space on our 7th floor that both hotels have access to. Choose from one of 6 flexible event spaces designed for small gatherings up to large conferences. For a distinct Miami event feel, take your reception or dinner for up to 150 attendees to the next level at our rooftop pool. Just wanted to share with you the floor plan of the 7th floor. You'll see in the top left is the Mary Brickell. That was the room that you just saw in the previous slide that had floor to ceiling windows. We also have our Miami River Boardroom, which is a fantastic conference space, boardroom style. We also have our Eden, our Biscayne Bay, and you'll see also ample pre-function space for cocktails and receptions. Capacity chart that I want to include that you can reference back when this is sent out to you. The 2 hotels share the rooftop pool located on the 6th floor, offering cabanas and lounge seating. and access to the rooftop bar. We will rent out the pool for private events, so please let us know if you have anything in mind. The wraparound terrace goes from our AC lounge to our element pool, a great space to sip one of our cocktails on tap and take in the views of the Miami River and Miami skyline. Make your way up to the 22nd floor to embark on your fitness journey if you have time while running around being in downtown Brickell. And coming soon on the 22nd floor is our rooftop bar. This will be Rosa Sky. It will be opening by the end of the month. We'll be sure to share with everyone so you can come check it out. This will be managed by the restaurant people. You may be familiar with some of their locations in Fort Lauderdale, Boatyard, YOLO, or the Rooftop. This will be accessible by a separate elevator, but when you get off that elevator, you'll be blown away by the just gorgeous views of the river. And we have a social media account. We'd love for you to follow us on Instagram. It's AC Element Miami Brickell. And just thank you. We are so excited that we got to spend some time with everyone this morning. I hope you all have enjoyed this and got to sip on your coffee.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Stephanie. That was fantastic. And I know we do have a few questions that have come in, so let me bring Derek back up here on the screen. And Steph, if you want to stop sharing your screen, that'd be great. And just as a quick reminder, everyone, we do have some trivia that we'll be doing at the end. One question from Derek and one question from Stephanie, including a one-night stay that Stephanie has been able to donate. So I'm sorry I can't win that, but our first question I'm going to bring to you, Stephanie, that came in to me directly. Are you officially open, and are all of the amenities open?
Yes, so we officially opened December 20th, and everything except for Rosa Sky is open. So Rosa Sky is the rooftop on the 22nd floor. However, AC Lounge and the rooftop pool bar, they are both open. Rosa Sky will be opening Wednesday through Sunday. And that should be by end of month. And we'll be sure to share that as soon as that opens up.
Great. And I know we're talking about doing a networker, so we'll look forward to sharing that invite soon so everyone can come and visit with our friends. Over to you, Derek. I wanted to ask a quick question that came in about your group size for international. How many can you service at what time, and how much lead time do you need for international group testing, for on-site testing?
Great question. As I mentioned before, we want to provide an encouraging experience. So unlike most organizations who need huge lead times, we can do it same day. I mean, we partner with the nurses, we partner with the doctors, we partner with the laboratories. As long as we know by 3 p.m. that day, we can get someone out immediately. Thank you, Allie. I want to mention that you were the first person to send us a group from Italy, and we were able to service them at a hotel right there on Miami Beach. But we don't need much lead time at all. We're in the concierge business.
Awesome. And then just while we have you up, there's some questions about how patients pay for the services. I know Deborah's available to chat directly, depending on the group. I'm sure it depends, but do you want to touch on any of those details, or is it case by case?
Sure. So as a concierge service, we accept cash. That's the benefit that the business that we're in, right? Most people, I'm a former healthcare executive, so I know this, but most people are uninitiated. They don't know that if you pay cash for service, you actually pay less. So you see on television all the time about this GoodRx, right? Someone goes to the register, it's $70, and all of a sudden goes down to $7. $7 is the cash price. Unfortunately, most people are utilizing healthcare, for everything. Healthcare is really supposed to be used for catastrophic events. So if you need to get surgery, if you're having trauma, that's why you pay for healthcare. But most people are using healthcare for getting a prescription. Now it needs to go to the insurance company, have all those people in the middle of it, and the price for the script goes up. So what we've been able to do within CoreMed is allow people to pay the cash price. Did you know if you went to the doctor, you paid cash, it would be less? So we accept cash. I saw in the chat there, someone was asking about insurance. So when we've been doing monoclonal antibodies, you can just take the invoice from us, and you can submit that to your insurance company for reimbursement. But we accept cash. We don't accept insurance within CoreMed. Again, that's the best way to keep the price down and make sure that that level of service is experiential on a concierge level.
Great, thanks, Derek. If you wouldn't mind sharing contact information in the chat, I know that a few people had messaged about the best way to reach out to you, including a friend over at the airport who will be reaching out. Back to you, Stephanie, what's your ideal group size for the hotel, and is there one check-in or are there separate check-ins?
So depending on the day and the volume, we have two. Basically, you walk in off the elevator, and on the right side you have Element, and on the left you have AC. Both hotels are programmed so that they can check in a guest from either hotel. We all know that that could happen, that an AC guest could walk into the Element just not knowing which hotel. It's the same address. But depending on the volume, sometimes we are using the same desk. It really just has been dependent on either staffing levels or volume coming in. So it depends on the day if we're using one or two desks. So group size, sorry. I know you don't like this answer, but it is all depends on the pattern. So, is it a one night stay? Is it a beautiful pattern Sunday arrival out Thursday? The Element only has 108 rooms, so it's a little bit smaller. So we do have to limit some of the group that we have in there just because it is a different pattern that we're looking for in terms of longer term stay. Whereas AC with 156 rooms, we can look at more. I mean, we have looked at room blocks that are 50 to 70. We've worked with wedding room blocks with the right pattern of 100 rooms between the hotel. Obviously, all that depends on pattern and the group's willingness to pay rate.
Thanks, Stephanie. I appreciate that. Again, if you have any other questions, feel free to put them in the chat. But before we get to trivia, which I think will be exciting moment, I wanted to share a few quick things. Stephanie's mentioned weddings a few times, so I would definitely wanted to make sure everyone's aware. We've got our promotional materials ready for our wedding showcase coming up on March 13th. If you're in the wedding business or quinceanera business or event business, this will be a great event. It's free for you to participate in, and I can send you the info to sign up and join us again March 13th at the Miami Beach Convention Center. I also have my other prop here, just reminding everyone we have South Beach Food and Wine Festival coming up at the end of the month. We are chock full of all the great things going on, and one of my favorite festivals, in addition to the great food and wine festival, is the Coconut Grove Arts Festival, which will be over President's Day weekend. Of course, we've got the Miami International Boat and Yacht Show, which is pretty much taking over, and traffic's already getting a little heavy with the boats coming in and loading in, but it's all good because it's business for all of us. So we're excited to have all of these great things that are attempting to draw people down. We're doing all the marketing we can to get those snowbirds down and up from the Caribbean. Just everyone's coming in. So we're lucky that we're, well, fortunate, blessed, looking forward to more business. So that said, let's pass it over to trivia. I'm going to remove myself from the screen here, and I guess we'll start with you, Derek. You have a trivia question, and this will be, you do have a trivia question. And then I will, the prize, thank you to our friends at Museum of Illusions, Lisa, who is also doing a Valentine's promotion, as she mentioned in the chat. Great partners over at Museum of Illusions on Lincoln Road. It's a fun time, and she has donated a pair of tickets. For the first person who can correctly answer on the chat this question from Derek. So send the answer to everyone on the chat. First correct answer wins the tickets. Go, Derek.
Ready? Who is the largest investor in CoreMed? There it is. I see it.
What's the right answer? Because I know you mentioned a lot of big names. What's the right answer?
Annette Alvarez.
At Microsoft. Okay, great. I mean, look at all those big names that you have supporting you. That's amazing. All right, Annette, we will connect with you separately and get those tickets to you. And thanks again to the group at the Museum of Illusions. And Lisa, you're awesome. Thank you for donating those. And thanks again, Derek, for the presentation. All right, typing fingers ready. As a friendly reminder for this one, it's a, I'll let Stephanie say what the prize is, but I just want to lay some groundwork. No GMCVB staff can win this. So just put your fingers away, GMCVB staff, okay? All right, Stephanie, go for it.
All right, same rules. First person to answer it correctly in the chat for a one-night stay at our hotel. And the question is, how many rooms do we have between the two properties at the full complex? Lisa, you got it. That was quick.
I like to say karma.
Good
because
job.
She needed the prize, so she definitely deserves to get something for that. So again, thank you so much, Stephanie. We'll connect you with Lisa separately so we can get the redemption together. I'm sure she'll look forward to that. And again, thank you to Derek and to Deborah, who helped put the presentation together. Stephanie, I know you're working hard on getting those new photos in, all at the last minute. So thanks again. And we will follow up with you all with the presentation so you have them handy. If anyone else has anything else for the good of the group, feel free to chime in. Otherwise, we'll give you back 17 minutes of your morning. All right. Well, thanks again, group. And just a quick reminder, next Wednesday, we will have an in-person networker. You'll see an invitation going out shortly at Bayside Marketplace from 10 to 11:30. We'll be highlighting the new attraction, Dino Safari there, as well as enjoying a delicious breakfast, compliments of Hard Rock Cafe. You can do a little shopping and see what they've done to the space there, which is also available for future bookings and events. It's a pretty cool opportunity. So we hope you'll join us. It's completely free and you'll see the invitation for that. Love to get, yeah, exactly. Thanks, Jessica. Love in person. Thank you, Derek. Be encouraged. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you all. Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, Stephanie. Thanks again.